G'day all you VYVZers. Today I'm going to change the crank sensor in the VZ SS 6 litre. It's sort of been on and off, it's been failing on and off, but I can usually clear it and get the engine going, but it failed on me today down in Nara, and I got the car home, but it was sort of half in limp mode, if you know what I mean. Didn't have full throttle and that. So I've had a new one for a while, which is in the car, so I can't show you yet. I'll show you when we get under there. And yeah, we'll go and I'm just going to go and get the car ready. I haven't jacked it up or anything, so I'm going to jack it all up and get it ready, and then we'll get started. Okay, so she's up on stands. I don't hang on. What am I doing? Sorry, I got it facing the wrong way. She's up on stands. I had to take my Formula 1 underbody factory plate off because that's what this car's fitted with, and I'll show you what I'm trying to get to, which is up above the starter motor. So let me get the light. So the starter motor's got to come out, and you're not going to see the crank sensor yet. So they're just two 13mm bolts I'll take out. I'm going to try and set this camera up as best I can. It's going to be very hard to film this, so I'll see how I go. Alright, that's the best I can do. I'll try and remove this without smashing the shit out of the camera. These bolts probably haven't been undone since it left the factory, so I'm sorry if my hand is in the way, but alright. This was something that was my fault. Like I said, it's sort of failed before, but I've managed to. It was always had like a flat battery or a low battery. Oh, sorry. All right, I'm gonna have to fix the camera. Hang on. There you go. Yeah, it's had a low battery. So I got a trickle charger because I don't drive this much, and it seemed to come good, but I took it out for the first time. That's the first sort of run it's been on in bloody months, maybe about 8 months I reckon, and she failed. Ran beautiful all the way down. As soon as I started it again, once a bit of heat got into it, she's kaputska, mate. So I notice I've got a bit of oil residue here on the power steering, which is not great. Poor old thing. Like I said, I don't use it. It's doesn't have a lot of K's on. I think it's up to about 103,000. I don't really want to drive it to Queensland and back and build the K's up, so I don't use it that much. Okay. Oh, this is one of those jobs that I haven't done before, and this starter motor's not cooperating. I thought if I got it out, I don't know if I'm making this worse or better, because I've got to do something with this. There's not a lot of room, and I've just got to figure out alright, it's no good me filming this bit while I'm mucking around with this. I've got to get the starter motor out of the way because it's above the starter motor, so I'll come back
when I've worked something out. Alright, I've managed to wriggle the starter out of the way. There was a heat shield in the way. Unplug those wires. I don't know if you can see because my hand will get in the way, but that's a crank sensor there, this little grey thing. There's a 10mm bolt that I'm just going to go and undo now. So bear with me while I get my spanner. I don't know how I'm going to go getting the heat shield back on, or whether I can put it back on, because there's no room. But I'll try, because I don't like leaving things like that off. But I'm not going to film that, because there might be a few choice words in another language. Anyway, you take this 10mm bolt out. I'll show you the new one before I put it in. What a prick of a job. There's just no room. It had to be on the side. I suppose, you know, in America, no problem, left-hand drive. Here, where the rack is, and the steering column's here. So, here is the offending article. That's what it looks like. So I'll just go and get the new one. Hopefully it's the same. Alright, here's the new one. Put it up against the old one, looks the same. I'll show you the part number later. I think I got it off eBay. I hope you can see, because like I said, this is not an ideal spot to be filming. That's it, she's gone straight in. That's no good. I'll pull it out and hit it with a hammer so it don't go in. Like I said, the hardest part, and I mean I've done stuff that's a lot harder, but you know, like baking cakes and shit like that, I'm no good at that. But I've done stuff that's harder, but the starter motor, what a prick of a job. And now, I mean, like I said, I don't like leaving stuff off, so I've got to try and work out a way to get the heat shield back on. It just clips on. It clips over the starter. But mate, to try and get that starter out of the way, sorry, you can't see anything. I'm doing the bolt up. Now, I'll just tighten it up, and I'll give you a look at it when it's in. Sorry, I've got to hold the light. Hang on. Because I can't get this light in the right place, so I've got to hold the light. Hang on. No, it's not going to work. I can only turn this bolt a bit at a time. Oh, come on. Anyway, that's where you've got to hit the like button, people, because it's a pain in the ass filming this shit. I don't get paid, I'm not sponsored, and if I did get paid I should give the money back, shouldn't I? That's a knock sensor that I had to unplug. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Alright, these are the wires. They're pretty, it's only one way you can plug it back in. if it could be plugged in the wrong way, I'd manage it, but they make it woods proof. Okay, so now I'm going to try and leave the light so you can see. I have to try and get this starter motor back into a position where I can bolt it back in, because I managed to get it above, and that's it. I reckon I'm not far off here, so I'm just going to grab, I said, I'm just going to grab the 2 bolts, see if I can get them started. Imagine doing this at Bathurst. Alright, that's not right. Okay, why aren't you going in? Alright, I think I've got one lined up. It's all alloy, so make sure you don't cross thread it. Alright, that one's going in. And this one shouldn't be that far behind. It might need moving a bit one way or the other. But am I going to be lucky? Yes, very lucky. Alright. That feels alright. So I'm just going to get the socket. Then I've got to plug the knock sensor back in and see if I can do something about that shield. I'll show you the shield. I know everyone wants to use power tools. People have asked me before why I use power tools, but I'm too lazy to set them up, really. I can't say. I tried using the old-fashioned excuse, but I'm too lazy. I'm going with lazy. Alright. So my socket's stuck on there now. It's gone above this little bolt. Not good. Not good at all. How the hang on. I'm actually going to have to undo it. Try and get this. There you go. How am I going to do this? Alright. I've got a flexible joint. Not me. But I'll put that on. See if I can get it with that. I mean, so far it hasn't really taken me a long time to do this, but it's just it's done it again. Alright, I'll have to get a screwdriver and try and just lever that out a bit. It's just sitting on this 10mm bolty. I probably should have took that out, but alright, hang on, can you see anything? Poor buggers. Didn't realise that happened. Socket stuck here. I've got the bolts back in, but sorry about that. Okay, I hope you can see. Where are we? I had to take this little 10mm bolt out and tighten up the starter motor. Now I'm just putting the 10mm bolt back in here. It's just for the cover plate. I'll show you the heat shield off the starter motor, which is my next job, but I'm probably not going to film putting it back in, but I want to show you the plug for the knock sensor. But I won't plug that in either yet, because I need room to wriggle the heat shield up there. I can't get it back in, but it looks like, I don't know what you'd take off, probably the exhaust, I reckon. You'd have to take, I'd have to undo the engine pipe. If that's what I've got to do, that's what I've got to do. But I won't be doing it today. Okay. So, starter motor in, crank sensor in. I'm going to show you, if I can, let's pan this camera down a bit. That is the heat shield, and I believe those two bits go to the front, and this wide bit was at the back, obviously. So that's going to be fun. And what else did I promise to show you? If I can get the light over here. So up in there is a knock sensor. Just it's really hard. Hang on, I'll get my screwdriver, I might be able to point it out. I know if you can see it. Hang on. Right, see that black thing up there? Hang on. It's up there without anything plugged into it. That's a knock sensor. So the plug should be up there. It is the white plug. See the white plug there? That goes on it. Nothing too hard about that, but as you can see, I've got to try up there to get the heat shield. But look, as far as the job goes, that's about it. So I don't want to make this a really long video, so I'll try and get that heat shield back in. I'll let you know before I finish the video how it went. Okay, she's running. Everything's done. I'll tell you what I did. Just sitting down here, you know, look like a professional presenter. The heat shield was pretty easy. I didn't have to take anything out. I fed it in from the gearbox, the bell housing side, straight over the top. I could see where it had to go and it just clips on. So, you know, it's marvellous when you know what to do. I reckon if I had to do that again, I could do it really quick. But I hope you realise I only pretend I don't know what I'm doing, so you don't feel bad, you know, when you have a go at it. But, you know, that's just the type of person I am. And to the person who keeps leaving me, who keeps criticising every single video, don't bother. I got a fair idea who you are, so don't bother. But the rest of you, I hope it helped. If this ever happens to you, this is what happened to me. The engine light will come in, but you don't get a powertrain warning on your dash. You just get an engine light. You know, it's a bit like an O2 sensor that's gone a bit off. You'll get an engine light, but you won't get a powertrain warning or anything. If it does that, just change it, mate, because I've been, you know, I thought I'd magically cured this thing, but I nearly got caught. It's only I was very lucky because it's happened to me a few times. When I started the car and the engine light was on, I could feel it. I knew straight away what it was, so I didn't turn the car off. I came straight home. If I'd have turned the car off, it wouldn't have started. It would have just cranked and nothing, because that's what happened. And when I got home, that's exactly what happened, and that's what it always does. So I was very, very lucky. But used a shitload of fuel on the way home, but I got here, so you know, I'm lucky. Anyway, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, eh? Bye.